Okay, moving on to this euro pound now. Taking a look at this pair going into the week ahead. Basically, for the last sort of week or so, possibly even longer, since about the election, I've kind of just wanted to stay away from this pair. To be honest, it's a wee bit mixed and a wee bit sort of volatile for my liking. I mean, the good place obviously to get involved was where we did get involved and took a couple of nice trades from there. We got weekly targets and daily targets, but I just think at the moment where it is, I mean, we're hanging down around that first target level on the dailies. We've failed that 84.98, but not really convincingly. Again on Friday, and we've bounced from the 84.40 support. And looking at this daily chart, I can't really just pick very much from it. I mean, the market's bearish, yeah, but and we still have to get down to that 80 level on the second target. But it's really just all over the place, and because it's kind of making me think twice, certainly on the daily, then I don't really see anything that would make me want to get involved at the moment. And as well on this weekly chart, sorry, excuse me, we've removed the TDST support to the close. We did that on 2 weeks ago, but we're going to complete a buy setup here on the weekly chart, and it's a qualifying one as well because the ninth bar was the low of the overall sequence. So that's kind of telling me that we're going to get a wee bit of a bounce here in this market. Although I don't really expect it to last too long, because removing this weekly TDST support level is quite a big achievement here for the bears. So yeah, I wouldn't really expect any kind of bounce to get very far. But again, it's quite hard to really pick out any levels here that it may sort of fail at. I mean, on the monthly here, we closed right on that 87.04 level, which was the thrust level holding up the market. We did actually remove it before 86.92 and then just bounced from there. So this level, although the market sort of hung around this level to the close and open, a few times, I don't really think this has any kind of significance to the market, really. I mean, I should actually just really take that one away, because it's just not really being used by the market. So I mean, yeah, I mean with the weekly buy setup in place, we could have a small bounce from here. We've got the 87.50 level, which would be a big barrier to remove, and yeah, on the monthly level, we got to get right below this 84.54 level in one trading day, which is going to be highly likely, to turn this level into resistance. But again, it's going to be a very tight close, and in terms of 4 weeks trading, to be anywhere in this range could be the selling point. It's just at the moment this market's just kind of gone a bit kind of funny. Not really a great technical term there, but that'll do. So got involved at the right time, took some profits, gladly came out just before the election, having made that weekly target there, because obviously you see the action that we had after this election. So I was pretty happy to be away from the market. So yeah, I would just kind of leave this one alone at the moment. But I'll touch on the euro pound system as well, because I know a few of you guys have actually been trading it, and it's not actually been doing too bad. It's been a kind of case of taking first targets and then break even, so it's fine. I mean, it's still working, but obviously we've not really had many runners at the moment. If we look at this week, the way things have gone, I mean, you can see sort of that would have been a stop, and then maybe a target would break even, obviously coming up. Another stop there, I think, and then a good sort of two target trade, a one target trade, again maybe a one or a two target trade. I'm not going to go into in depth into this, but I mean any kind of trades that we were holding, like possibly holding a short from here, the final unit, that would be out for break even now. I think we were holding some longs from the week before, they would be break even, and obviously the long from Friday now would be break even. So, and I wouldn't think there would be any sort of longer longer term third units holding at the moment in this system. But the thing is that you can never tell when the market's gonna start trending again. So obviously, this system would get you in at the right time, for sure, and you'd eventually build up a good number of runners, as I like to call them. So I mean, we could bounce from here now and head higher. Sorry, that's the daily chart on this. I'm just going to actually get rid of that one. I'll go to this one. Yeah, so from here, if we hold this to the monthly close, we've got the 9 count on the weekly, and we've bounced from this daily level here. So I mean, we could have a good bounce from here tomorrow. You could pile up 3 or 4 runners eventually, and come out with some good profits. Like I say, in terms of bat trading, demark trading and all that, thrust trading and stuff that I do, I'm just going to stay clear of this one. But it doesn't mean that the 5 minute breakout system will be any less effective. So I would just hang in there with that one. That one will be okay. But I'm just going to stand aside on the other methods here. Okay, cheers.